All right, is Lego Star Wars officially cooked?
If Lego Star Wars isn't, then Lego Star Wars fans definitely are, because we are just looking at the Lego Star Wars Death Star Ultimate Collector Series for 1,000 US dollars, and we are getting cooked just looking at it.
Enough with the cooking, bro. Like, this is actual insanity. The first $1,000 Lego set ever made, the UCS Death Waffle. Like, this thing is absolutely crazy, bro. Does it look like $1,000 to you, big bro?
Nah, not at all. Like, at the most, like 800, because it feels like it's just a UCS Millennium Falcon flipped up vertically, but does not feel like the value is there.
Bro, I would have thought, just looking at the pictures, I would have thought this was $500. I'm not even going to lie with you, bro. I'm sure if I see it in person, you'll feel the whole scale. As a display piece, don't you think it's a little bit striking? Like, the conversation piece, when someone comes in your house, they can see all the little rooms and take time to analyze all the compartments and be like, wow, that's such a big Lego set.
Yeah, it is striking, and it is one of those ones where, middle-aged people can show off all of their little rooms to their friends at the dinner parties when they come over. Otherwise, I don't know what the value is getting out of this except for the build itself.
Okay, I mean, it is 9,000 pieces, so I get, price to piece. Still, you're not really sweetening the deal at all, but I guess it's not the worst if you're looking at price to piece. I'm just wondering, bro, do you think this was designed with Lego Star Wars diehard fans in mind, or do you think this was designed for your, as you say, C-suite corporate office of people with high salaries?
Yeah, I think the high salary people who aren't going to nitpick that every single minifigure doesn't have dual molded legs, they're just not going to care about that. But for Lego Star Wars fans, there are a lot of errors here, or a lot of omissions that would feel like, oh, why are all of these things omitted from a $1,000 Death Star?
Like, for minifigures, what are you saying is omitted here?
I don't think as far as minifig selection, there's a lot omitted. It mostly comes down to the quality. Like, we've seen C-3PO with the dual molded legs before. Where's that? We've seen Imperial Troopers with dual molded legs. Where's that? Yeah, we're getting a slightly updated Han and Obi-Wan, and we get the nice Sith advisor guy, which is great to see in Lego, but otherwise, it's Death Star figures.
Yeah, I get it, because I think the designer said it's hard to include minifigures that we haven't already seen before, because we've seen so many scenes of the Death Star already in Lego form. We've seen all these so I get that there's not much new you could do, and they did include new figures that they could have done, like Jyn Erso's dad.
Galen Erso and Director Krennic are the most desirable things about this whole situation. I like those better than the whole rest of the build, honestly.
Okay, wow. But doesn't Director Krennic have boots?
Yeah.
These don't need to be collectible minifigure series quality. They do not need to be CMF quality, but you have to include these dual molded pants or boots on these characters. It's honestly a little bit shameful. Like, it's honestly a little bit gross, like that kind of cut corner that they did. And I know the designer said, oh, it was budget constraints. But so whoever's making that decision, I feel a little bit disgusted by it. For a $1,000 set, I get, like, it's a lot of minifigs, but especially the important ones. Like Tarkin, is he supposed to have boots?
Yeah, like all the Imperial officers should have boots.
That is actually a little bit, like, that's like Nami not getting a skirt type treatment. Like, as far as selection goes, this is the biggest minifigure selection of any Lego set, surpassing the Avengers Tower. So that's cool. If you were to get one Lego Star Wars set ever, and it's this one, here's just a massive roster of minifigures. Granted, I don't think this would be many people's first Lego Star Wars set ever. I don't know.
The Hot Tub Trooper is also great inclusion. Having grown up playing Lego Star Wars with Matt always as P2, that's just how it had to go.
Yeah, why was I always on P2 and I was on WASD, bro? Like... That's the little brother gets shafted every time. And now Lego Star Wars is shafting us adults. Just tell me if it's me, only Daniel Lewa. But does the Mos Eisley Cantina minifigure selection look more appealing to you than this one?
Oh, 100%. Because the stuff I love about Star Wars minifigures are the crazy helmets, the crazy head molds, the aliens. The Empire has no aliens. They're xenophobes. So it's all just British guys in this.
Holy crap, we're getting into politics right now.
How is it?
Okay. No, yeah, I get it. Some people say these are the Family Guy stormtroopers because they got big chins. I don't know. I'm just glad we got out of the Lego Star Wars theme when we did, Daniel Lewa, because we're diehard Star Wars fans all growing up. We watch everything, every TV show. And now we're getting stuff like the MTT, the Turbo Tank, the Death Star, where it's just like Lego thinks that you're an actual cow or other four-legged mammal and is actually milking you, like, physically. It's gross to think about.
It is unfortunate because this is the kind of set, this is literally the play scale Death Star that we had before in 2008 or 2016. The people and kids who grew up with those, who now have whatever, 6-figure salaries maybe for the people who grew up with the playset version of the Death Star, the ones that were just open kind of dollhouse style, and now there's the even more bigger expensive dollhouse Death Star, and here it is for a bazillion more times the price. Please buy it. And it makes a statement, but it's like, what is the statement that you're making with this? We got to think about that.
So you're gonna be walking out the Lego store $1,100 after tax, bro.
Hey, tell me you haven't done that before.
I have, but I bought the entire One Piece wave, the Mecha Team Leader. You could get whole waves of themes for this one set. But think from the other perspective, Daniel Aywith. There are people who are probably excited for this, really excited to get this. I can kind of see why. I bet this would be fun to build. I'm just gonna say it. I bet this would be fun to build. I bet if this set was free, it would be a spectacular set.
Oh, sure. Yeah, like any free Lego would be something you could find enjoyment out of because they are so good at making good, fun build experiences and generally quality products, especially when it comes to how things are put together. So I bet this is a really fun build. Seems like a lot of thought and care has been put into how it's all put together. When looking at it, it doesn't do anything for me. It just feels naked. It feels exposed. I know that adding panels and everything would balloon the price or make it smaller, but it's just there's no focal point. Where do you look at? It's just is.
It doesn't look the best, like the most aesthetically pleasing display piece, right? But what in Star Wars is aesthetically pleasing? It's all gray ships. It's all, Mos Eisley Cantina is a giant tan slab at the end of the day, even though I think it's super dope. But so I understand for Star Wars it's hard to do, and maybe that's why they went this direction, because maybe this is more visually interesting than a giant gray orb. So I know, like our friends at the Brick Hour podcast said, it'd be nice to have one side curved and the other side cross-sectioned out, because then you could have two different ways to display it. And would that have ballooned the price? Maybe, but just don't make it as egregiously tall and wide. So you wouldn't buy this?
Bro, I can think of so many other Lego sets that I would rather buy with that money than this.
Okay, name two of them.
Black Pearl, Arkham Asylum, Daily Bugle, Avengers Tower. Okay, that's more than
Bro,
two.
this is the thing, like, you already said Arkham Asylum, Black Pearl, and Daily Bugle. That's almost, those three combined is almost the price of this, bro. I mean, it's a little bit over, but like, you're kind of cooked. I just don't want people that are excited for the set to feel discouraged by this video, because like, value is in the eye of the beholder. So if you really want this and are excited for it, I think you're definitely entitled to do so. I'm not wishing on its failure or anything like that.
I agree with you because there is a lot to like here. Like I said, there's a lot of care put into this. For instance, the working elevator that goes to all the levels, all the floors. You can turn the knob at the top. It's great. Very Megapolis City from Monkey Kid. Also, all of the rooms honestly look pretty good. And I bet having A New Hope or Return of the Jedi on in the background while you're building this and you're listening to the music, and it would be a very cathartic experience for a lot of Star Wars fans.
100%. And that's why I think the build experience is going to be extremely fun on this set. So I think the displayability is a little low, build experience is a little high. Play experience, there probably is a lot of play to do in here because it's an actual dollhouse. Yeah. Here's the thing though, Daniel, wouldn't it be fun to buy this for the channel to see if it was really worth it? Just think about it, bro. Why not? We make videos. Wouldn't it be fun just maybe I could go purchase this?
You're really gonna tell me you're gonna buy this set for the channel just to make content out of it? That's not a good strategy, bro. You gotta get the stuff you really want.
I didn't say I was going to. I'm saying if there's enough people that comment on the video saying that I should and want to see an unbiased non-lanner review, then I might just do it, bro.
Man of the people. But yeah, this goes on sale October 1st for insiders. What else do you like about this? Is there anything else that you really like about this? It took you that long to think of something. That's a red flag.
Pretty gluttonous. Can you hang this on a wall?
The designer explicitly said in an interview on YouTube, do not hang this because it can't support its own weight when being hung. Way too heavy to be suspended on a wall. So he's like, do not hang this. Put it on a shelf. It was designed for a shelf, and that's it. And that's kind of why they made it this flatter shape too, just so they could put it on their Billy bookshelf and call it a day.
Dang, if it was able to be put on a wall, it would be a lot easier to display because the shelf space is a little lacking around these parts. But that sucks, bro. Look at the backside of this. I guess we're not supposed to display on the backside, but
hey, there's a mini kit. Spoilers. That is awesome.
There's a mini kit. It's worth it. I have to get it for the mini kit.
With this comes the GWP. Have you seen this, bro? It's crazy.
The GWPs and some of the pictures in the set.
Yeah, they literally advertise on Lego.com some of the images having the GWP in it, and it's like there's no disclaimer or anything made.
Bro, you're finding any reason to get upset at Lego at this point. You're finding any single little reason to nitpick Lego at this point.
When you first sent me these images, I was like, I'll tell you this, it's not as bad as I thought.
I'm so curious now, Lego Star Wars fans, if we have any in our audience, what they think about it, and especially if they're gonna purchase it. I'd be super curious. I will not shame you, but man, $1,000. We need to lock in. But just like super quickly, at the Lego store on day one, I'm gonna be sad if I see people. I'm not judging anyone right now. I'm gonna be sad if I see somebody pulled up who has not showered and who has not changed their briefs and is going to go ahead and pick up the $1,000 Death Star and is wearing, some busted Walmart stud shooter 3s on his feet. Like, you should be taking care of yourself first and foremost, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying you have to be a fashionista. I'm not saying you have to be a sneakerhead. I'm not saying you have to wear the best clothes ever. I'm just saying, all you men that are watching this, that's our demographic majority. I'm speaking to you. You deserve to take care of yourself, and you should be the priority, right? Lego should always come after. Don't you agree with me, Daniel Lewa? Like, you deserve to get a massage, a facial. You should be taking care of like those foundational things first and then be getting into the hobbies. Do you see what I'm saying, bro? Because this is $1,000, bro. You got to make sure that your mom's hospital bills are paid for. I'm just saying, take care of yourself first. Lego is not a form of self-care necessarily, but it is a really fun hobby.
This is not financial advice. Clearly, this is something that you're very passionate about, and I can see where you're coming from, because at these high price points it brings out high emotion. And it's funny because it's like we have plenty of sets that added up are going to be worth way more than this, but for some reason it's this primal nature within all of us that when we hit these key markers or these key values that are somewhat arbitrary, they just have multiple zeros behind them, it feels like a much bigger deal than it is. And well, okay, it is a big deal, but we put a lot more emotional emphasis on these things. That's why people are getting all worked up about this set. So I see what you're saying, bro. If people want to get this, yeah, they can. I'm a proponent of like, okay, if you have the disposable income to support your hobby, great. Okay, go for it. And if you choose to get this instead of the Daily Bugle and the Arkham Asylum and Black Pearl, that is your prerogative. You'll probably get a great experience out of it.
I'm just saying, you are all kings of watching. You all have value inside of you. And I'm surprised how nice our audience is, bro. That's what I'm saying. I hope that everyone's taking care of themselves first and foremost, and then going and buy the Lego Death Star. But I think you're right. It's this high price that's kind of bringing out this primal nature in me.
I think we all needed to hear that. Thank you, Matt. So with these wise words, man, wow, this is really getting into the heart of it. There are a lot of reasons why people are getting up in arms about this set for many different reasons. Please let us know what you all are thinking. Are you wanting to get this? Are you wanting to avoid it forever and never want to see an image of this ever again? I'd be happy if I never thought about this set again. It's fine. It's cool. Like, I appreciate the care that went into it, but we can move on as a society. I don't want to see any more thumbnails about this. I don't want to see anybody else talking.
Hey, you're going to be really upset once we post our review on this, once people demand that we buy it in the comments below, okay? I'm sorry, bro. You're going to have to see a lot more of this set, bro.
Okay, well, I will get ready. I'll bring the popcorn.
No, you're definitely right, Daniel Lewa. Yeah, sorry for trolling a little bit in there, but I don't think it's a terrible idea for a set. I think I just really hit the cut corners on the minifigs. There's a lot of pros and cons, so it just kind of averages out as average. And it's like, yeah, it's a giant pizza slice. But if you want it, I support you getting it. If you don't want it, I support that decision as well. But yeah, Lego Star Wars fans, let us know what you think. We don't really do a lot of Star Wars type videos because we're kind of out of it right now. Disney ruined Star Wars. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button if you like two AFOLs talking.
Thank you to our channel members for making this possible, who are
specifically I'm Lidme, MC Goat, Uncle Michael, Uncle Norman, Oliver J the Ginger Lender, Shui Lee, Grandma Susan, Norman Davis, Dr. Dan PhD, Sir Grizz, Richie Rage, Links to Bills, Joe Borges, Mary Kay, J Jolly the Brick Patch, Lego Man Cam, and Saysock.
You all are real ones, especially if you put Star You in the comments below. In the